listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Nashville After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Nashville After Show.
Hey guys, welcome to the Nashville AfterBuzz Show. It is season 2, episode 13. It's all wrong, but it's all right. I'm your host, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by...
Hi, y'all. Whitney Lane.
Hey, everyone. Violet Kanian.
Yay, we're happy to have you back.
Yes.
Very happy to be back.
Yay. All right, well, let's dive right in. Let's start off talking about Luke and Rayna.
Interesting. I don't mind him right now. I don't mind him. Oh, we talked about this a little bit
like
last
him.
week. Yeah. He's not bad. I don't
I-
think he's a bad dude.
You know, I wrote down that I think that Rayna, remember in the beginning we're like, oh, he likes her, but she don't like him. I really think she's falling for him, and the kids are freaking loving him. But she's never going to get Deacon off her mind. So
I think he's better this week. The whole rest of the time, I just got the schwarmy vibe from him. I wasn't a big fan, but this time I'm warming up to him. I mean, I do like how he stood up to Jeff and how, you know, he threatened to leave too. Yeah, so now I thought, because at first, even when he first revealed the car, I thought maybe he still is all about, like, helping to promote himself too. And he's kind of using her to create this big hoopla around them. But now I think maybe he is genuine.
I feel like it's almost the other way around. I think Rayna's comfortable with him, and he's helping promote her and her new album, her new songs. Like, she's going to take it, even if she's not. I mean, she's obviously not as into him as she is into Deacon. But, like, I mean, he's nice to the kids. He's doing all these things, putting her face on a race car. Like,
Seriously, why
girl's going to take what she
not?
can get and get some press for a new label.
That's true. He pulled her up on stage, and she got to promote when her album's dropping and all that at an Edge Hill thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
you're
was
right.
awesome for her.
And something that's supposed to be about him, he really made it about her. So
He's showing her. He can step up to the plate, but I think she's just like, might as well enjoy this.
Yeah.
He's nice. He's cute. He's a star. I'm enjoying myself. It's not. I think it's just comfortable at this point. It's like it's not like passion filled. It's just this dude's cool.
Yeah.
Would she have introduced the kids to him and also made it so public, like they went on the red carpet together? Because that was a big thing for her.
Yeah, that's where I do think she is more serious about him, but I think just because the chemistry with Deacon is so good that it's like I don't really buy it. Like I don't really feel it, but I think she really is supposed to be like into him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Much better than Jeff Fordham, that dude.
Yeah, my gosh. Let's talk about how evil he is for a little
He's
bit.
the
Like,
worst.
Is there really that much evil in a person? Could there be? I
and
mean,
he's so cute. I was so excited to have him on this cast,
Kate
and now
Hudson's
he's
bro.
he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw him at Christmas, like toasting by the. I mean, he seems so fun in real life that I wish that his character got to be like that because I would think I would love that. And then I don't know.
It's just more concerned about like the greedy part of the music industry, you know?
Maybe if those two would have switched, maybe if he was playing Luke Wheeler and Luke
that
was
would've
playing
been
then I would have,
We would have liked
because he could have pulled off the baseball hat looking like Luke Bryan if he wore it.
At 1 second, when Luke Wheeler was on the stage with the baseball hat before he brought,
too. I was like,
You got excited?
Wheeler.
Which Luke? Oh, the not
Because he always had the cowboy hat on. What? Where did your little baseball hat come from? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, how funny. But yeah, man, Jeff, he's the worst. He is the worst.
Yeah.
And I find it interesting because this little man, Sam Boone, comes into the story. And I was like, who is he? Is he huge in NASCAR? Like, who's this dude? Obviously, he has some sort of superstores, like a Walmart, I'm assuming, where you get shelf space to sell your albums. I like what she did in the end with that.
I couldn't figure out that guy. Was he a nice guy?
Yeah.
He kind of was an a-hole.
I think he's a business-minded man who like grew his empire from nothing, and so he's like thinking that way. I don't think he's thinking like she's my friend, let me help her. She's Rayna Jaymes. He's just like, well, business-wise.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he was so mean to Juliet.
I know, people just don't like her.
Poor Juliet.
I know. I want to give her a hug.
She keeps asking for it though with how she acts, but I like what she did this time.
Oh, I loved
Shove it
it
in his face.
Oh, for a split second, I was like, no, she's not. No, come on, that is not the Juliet we know and
When
love.
she was reading the teleprompter, I was like, I know.
And when she did that, and I love that she said that there's something on the screen that they want me to read, but I'm going to be a little more sincere about it.
I absolutely agree with you guys. Loved it too, and I loved that Glenn got his little moment. And then, I mean, because Glenn gets beat up on all the time by her. She finally gave him his props, and then I loved him just getting that laugh in and that.
I know, he showed his loyalty.
Yes,
like still, he's like, regardless, Juliet can be a pain in his butt, but he would much rather side with her than this dude, Jeff Fordham.
Totally, maybe a little off topic, but when Avery was doing the guitar thing, did you guys for a second? I thought he was trying to sabotage, like make her stop doing it, and I was like, oh, they're going to a song.
I thought so too. For a second, I was like, why is he starting into this? But he knew. It was
a little.
That was good. I mean, then she just walks off the stage, and if you see as she's walking into her dressing room, Lee Bryce is standing right by the door.
Oh my God, I love that.
Sarah Hayes, who's another up and coming country artist, standing right beside him. So like they pulled in Brad Paisley to introduce her and induct her basically into the Opry. But like it was kind of cool. They had a lot of country artists there.
I love how they do it. It's almost like the Where's Waldo of the shows. Like I feel like you could go back into some earlier episodes and they probably did a bunch too that maybe we might have missed, or I like how they drop the people in there. Yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
I like it because it's just real. It seems so real.
Yeah, right.
Like
he would. Lee Bryce would be backstage. Like why wouldn't he?
Opry. It's the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Wow.
And then Jeff, he comes in and drops a bombshell on her.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think she saw that one coming. She's no longer part of Edge Hill, but all along, you guys, I know I should say it for predictions.
Oh my gosh. When I was watching, I was like, they said it.
Yeah.
They said it from the beginning.
When we saw, you didn't hear the dialogue, but Rayna going back to that Mr. Boone and talking to him, because he was like, maybe I'll take Juliet's stuff off. I thought, well, maybe she's like, you shouldn't do that to Juliet. But really, she was like, just pull me out of it. I'm not going to do business with someone who doesn't support an artist. So I think this is where it all comes together.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I think so too, because she was also saying how she wanted to keep the integrity of her label and she wanted it to be a safe haven for artists to come to. So I think
and be an artist.
Yes, and definitely setting it up.
And she praised Juliet for being brave. She said that wasn't the smartest thing to do, but that was really brave, girl. So
it's something Rayna would have done, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, shove it.
Yeah. I really like to see this feisty Juliet again, because I just hate that she's been beat up on for how many weeks now?
And for it's like once, she doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was actually still really surprised. I was like, what's happening? Why are there people actually coming to the Grand Ole Opry? Why are they picking this as the time to induct her?
Right?
I was like, that just seems really out of sorts, because if this is what's happening in the press right now, the Grand Ole Opry's not going to pick somebody that's like... That was odd.
It was awkward. And the audience was really awkward when they, panned them and stuff too. It was strange.
Just the timing was weird.
They were clapping, but their faces were like, okay.
Confused.
When they first started that scene, I thought they just had her in a church because they had the stained glass, and I'm like, I've never seen in a church because of her, bashing God. But I was like, oh.
Yeah, but who knows? I guess we'll see how that all turns out. But I see it all coming together now.
I think your prediction is going to be true.
Good prediction.
Good call.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, and we also saw, which we all kind of called, everyone knew was coming, that she's deciding to hook up with Avery. Tell Avery her true feelings. Bringing the casserole over.
Finally. That was so funny.
I literally was like, she cooked a casserole. Like,
that was cute. She's putting the ketchup on it. I was like, what is she doing?
I know. And she sent Glenn off on a vacation.
Aw,
that dude's probably like, honey, we need to be working because you don't have the label. We free falling. We don't have money coming in.
Yeah, he's going to be a little nervous.
He's on vacation. Like, should I spend this?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, there she was. She admitted that she wanted to be with him. We all knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I feel like she finally found somebody who loves her for her, and this could be something. And I hope it is.
She can be herself with him. He knows why, like her sensitivities and her insecurities. Yep. But I don't know if he likes it if we saw the previews next week.
What?
So.
Yeah.
I think it's like she's getting really needy because she's not singing. She's not going on tour. She's just there and wants him there. She's becoming like the opposite of that, like hard to get challenge.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed,
Wow.
but we'll see.
Interesting.
Well, and that could be, he could very well like it when she's successful and, you know.
Avery
That's
could
true.
be what
Avery,
comes
okay.
Yeah.
Please, I still want to strangle him.
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh.
I haven't warmed up to him either. I still
never
don't
will.
trust him, and I wouldn't be yeah, I think we might see some of the old Avery coming back. But I
Probably
still have
thought, oh,
objections,
she's
too.
my meal ticket.
Look, I got
Yeah.
Juliet Barnes.
Right.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I could see it.
Yep.
That Avery slimy. All right, well, let us know what you guys think of these new storylines. So go on to iTunes, rate and comment, and yeah, give us your feedback. Tell us things that you'd like to hear us talk about and things you like and aren't liking about the show. We'd love to hear what you have to say.
There's plenty to
Yes.
gossip about
Yes.
people, so let us know.
Yes, there is. And moving on with our gossip, let's talk about Layla and Will and their relationship. Which where did
Lame.
this come
What?
from? Because
He's
was she
turned over a new
Yeah.
leaf. Straight them.
straight that? And also, I thought that he was just going along with the label,
Right.
like
Yeah.
it was just this
He's
idea
trying-
of them being a couple. Now all of a sudden, it's like he's defending her.
Right.
And they're not even on tour.
For a second, he's trying to convince Gunnar that, oh, this is my girl, my girl, my girl.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's trying to convince himself and try to make him truly believe the whole hoopla around him and Layla, which is.
And it's like Gunnar
Seriously.
reads right through it. He already knows what.
Gunner's
like,
all confused, like, what?
Like, why are
Yeah.
you doing this? But yeah, it's odd because it's not like they're going on tour right now, so they're not in the press. It really
Yeah.
is just him. It's his like defense mechanism,
Right.
I think, against.
Maybe he can
Yeah.
make himself fall for her or
Yeah.
something.
What are your guys' feelings about Layla?
She's like one of the worst.
She seriously needs to go.
Yeah, don't sugarcoat it.
Well, I mean,
ladies.
right there, doesn't it show you? And they talk about, I mean, I know we'll get to Scarlett, but between me an artist or a singer, Layla is a straight up singer. She can't even sit down to write. And
Right?
She gets
She's
so
like,
defensive.
What do you write
Yeah.
about? I've never done this.
I was like, that girl. I don't know how you go far in music anymore unless you can come up with some creative things on your own these days, you know?
Yeah.
And she doesn't have it in her.
No, and the scene with Will was painful to watch. You know, it was just whining about everything for her parents and Harvard.
But right there, I was like, that's a song.
yeah,
Right.
just turn it
You
around.
know, Will didn't
Yeah.
realize that either. It's like, come on.
Because Will's not an artist either, so they're perfect.
That's exactly right. They're both singers.
Yeah, now Gunnar was pretty hard on her, but
I liked it.
I did too.
He was
Yeah.
comparing her to Scarlett is what he's doing.
Exactly. Start with a journal.
Yep.
That's one of the best.
And then it goes into
I
yeah. And then boom, change scene. Scarlett.
Well,
Speaking of Scarlett.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have to point this out, how exhausted she looks.
I know, it was perfect,
They
wasn't
did
it?
like they probably didn't let her sleep for like 10 days. I don't know what they did. Makeup is amazing. But or
Yeah.
no makeup.
Right.
But wow, she looks so exhausted and you're just like, "Oh, let her sleep. Like let her rest for a second."
And let her not turn to drugs.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta-
That's the problem here.
I gotta say, I was very disappointed with that choice in the storyline. I feel like we have enough of that in the show, enough drugs, enough alcohol, enough
Addiction,
depression,
yeah.
enough. Yeah, just
Enough,
I
like,
just
bad
really wish.
stuff.
Yeah.
And here she is talking about her mom. She really opens up to Liam after he steals her journal. And she's like talking about the struggles of her mom. I don't know exactly what it was, but like psychiatric
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like, don't find some sort of vice to latch on to at this point. Like, just because you're tired and Liam is like this god to you now, which she hated him at first. And now
Yeah.
everyone, he's obviously a great producer, but come on, don't let him affect you that much.
Yeah.
And she should know, especially with Deacon as her uncle. Come on, you can't give into those types of things. It's gonna ruin her career.
Yeah, and as a singer too, I mean that kind of stuff makes your heart race. I can't see how that would be good while she's in there in the mic trying to do breath control and control, you know, all
She's
of her
already
stuff.
anxious
But
to
yeah,
begin
it's just
with.
I was waiting for her to pass out at the breakfast table with Deacon, but yeah. So I mean, I'll save that one. But
I don't know.
you didn't like it.
But how much did you think that song she was writing was about Gunnar? Like
Yeah.
the wording, and I was like,
Right.
oh no. I was like, this is what it was. And then it was about her mom. So we're
Yeah.
learning, we're seeing
Yeah.
the layers kind
I
of
like
peel
that
back.
a lot because you look at her and she's just so like, hey, I'm so nice. Look at me. But she's a real person, and I really like seeing her true like layers.
It's almost more sad because, like, right now she doesn't have that best friend who probably grew up knowing all this. And now, you know, no guy in her life to rely on, which is
Right.
good. She really should, like, figure it all out on her own. But it's true what Liam said. Like, everyone says you're so nice, but there has to be more to it. So we're finally getting to see what that's all about.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I like to have this more dimensions to her character and get a little more dirt in there on her. I think it'll be more interesting. See where she goes.
Tells you
with
more
this.
about Deacon's family as well.
Oh, very true.
You know, I mean, he also has a sister that's got problems.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't know.
Yeah.
So we're
So true. I
learning
didn't
about
think
the
of it like
whole family. Our
Good
lover,
point on that
Deacon.
one.
And I do love, I don't know if you guys want to talk about this now, but Rayna coming and talking to her and kind of telling her, you know, if you really want this, then you're going to be exhausted. You're going to do it. But if you really want it, then you're going to do it. If you don't, then step out now. There's no shame.
Right.
And it was nice. Deacon said it's nice to see you excited about this again.
Yes.
So that is the point. I mean, if you're going to be doing it, it's got to be something you're passionate about. It's nice to see her have that thrill
Which is
back
what it
and
looked
just
like when she started riding with Gunner in the beginning.
Yep.
So when will that come back around, ladies? I hope. But what about Deacon? I mean, he's got this record deal. Except this poor guy, all the dude wants is for him to go do duets with famous singers. When's he going to have his solo album, though? That's what I'm confused about. So they signed him just because he's friends with all these famous...
I guess. I guess they're
And,
trying to bring them all in. I mean, I don't know why Deacon is enough.
I mean, hello. You don't have to tell us.
Seriously,
Preach it to the choir,
please.
people.
I don't even want to see him in a duet. I just want him.
I think there
But
should
that's
be a
what I'm
Deacon
saying.
show.
There's so many options for him. Rayna, his daughter, Scarlett. That's just like family connection.
Well, and Juliet, but who turns him down.
That was a
This
good
is-
thing,
yeah.
actually, even though he probably was like, really? But I mean,
Yeah.
she knew. She
Yeah.
has a tarnished reputation at
Yeah.
this point. No need to put that on Deacon when he's just coming out. with
And
an album.
I liked seeing that side of her again. Again, she was not being selfish, you know, thinking that, oh yeah, maybe this would help me. I could use him to, but she was like, no, you know, you don't want me associated with it. And I thought it was a very mature decision.
She's a roller coaster of emotions. She's either like really super, super sweet, or she is the worst thing that you could meet, you know?
I'm loving all her sides. I'm loving her worst side. I'm loving everything. With her, how nice she was with Maddie when she
She
came
always
to.
has been, which
Yeah,
is
she
nice.
has,
Yeah.
and she's just like, you're just like, oh, there's reasons why she's such a.
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with her.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing her bitchy side because at least
Yeah.
he gets some fire and some
I agree.
excitement. So
I
I'm
love
okay
it.
with next week if she wants to be because I don't know. There's a little excitement missing for me in this episode, so I want maybe her to stir up.
I just
a little
hope
bit more.
next week she doesn't turn into like a
Scarlet.
Oh,
She's gonna turn into a
I don't want to see that. That'll ruin
Mm-hmm.
everything about her. Come on.
I don't know, you guys.
I know.
What else?
Well, let's talk about Lamar.
Ah, yes.
Off scotch-free, people. We
Yeah.
gotta talk about this.
Well, all of a sudden, Tandy's, you know, at the
hiding.
spa, but yeah, she's in
Right, Napa or
Yeah.
whatever.
So the whole point that she's really like down the street from her home is because she's trying not to be that main witness because she was afraid she's going to get killed by her dad. Like she's like, if he finds
Which
out
is
that I'm the one,
crazy.
because let's be honest, he thought it was Teddy, so we
Yeah.
think, and Peggy ends up getting killed. I don't know if Teddy's like true with this. You know, he doesn't know. It's kind of speculation, but could make sense.
It does make sense.
And when he sees, I mean, I don't know. Did we see already that he was off scotch-free, or was that the preview for next
No,
week?
I think we saw it at the end of
It's
this.
all mixing
At the end of
together.
this episode, yeah.
We did.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
lawyer
yeah.
calls Megan, the lawyer. But
The
what
lawyer,
is Tandy saying to the FBI? She basically, it's had to do something with her end date. I verbally
She
told my
said,
father October 10th, and they're saying October 17th. So some discrepancy has caused him to get off.
Yeah, she took the disc with all the information on after she verbally quit, or she was verbally let go or whatever. So that means it's illegal. How she got it was illegal, so they cannot use it in court. So
And she's
that's
off
the only
scot-free.
evidence they have.
And then she must not be in trouble, right? Because she was their one witness. So, like, what would they do to her?
right.
Yeah.
Because she
So
had
without
the
the
stuff.
case, she's free too. So everyone's free.
Something's got to give, though. And it may come back to this Peggy murder. Accidental Peggy, if it was supposed to be Teddy.
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to hurt the person he loves, Teddy loves. Because when you think about it, why would Lamar want the father of his grandkids killed?
I think because he was supposed to be that star witness to like tell everything, so I don't
okay.
think he cared,
That
to be
makes sense.
honest.
Wow.
Plus, you know, he's not even Maddie's dad, real dad.
That's
I'm just kidding, but you know, Lamar really doesn't care about
That's
Teddy at
true.
this point.
No. Even Lamar, if he really, I mean, he's going to go that far. It's pretty crazy.
Then it goes back to, did he kill his
wife.
Yeah.
Which I think that'll be a whole nother. Yeah, we'll have to see about that.
Because now, when in the previews when we saw Rayna going, did you hire somebody? And I thought for sure she was gonna go to kill my mom,
right?
And then she went into that,
into the Teddy to kill the father of my children.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought she was going to say that as well. I thought that was finally going to get out.
And here we are back to square one with Lamar and Rayna's relationship then, apparently, from what we see. Like, really? They're like besties, and now it's like, can't trust each other again. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pin all this drama, too, on Tandy, though. How about just maybe confronting, putting everything out there to the family in the beginning, getting everybody together.
She's not going to do it.
I know.
That's what she's saying.
She created all this now. I mean, that's what I mean. She could have just told Rayna. They could have just had a family sit down.
Yeah, and now she's safe and nobody knows. So it's not like she said it again. I'm afraid I'm going to get, like, he's going to hire someone to kill me.
But wouldn't she... If she thought that her father could really put a hit on her own mother when she started this whole drama, don't you think a part of her would think that maybe he would actually do the same thing to me if I create all this and I take his company away from him and I get him thrown in jail?
So she never thought she was going to have to talk. She never thought she'd have to be.
She thought she'd just be able to do it and be away.
But then, like you're saying, kind of on that, if you thought that your dad killed your mom, wouldn't you want him in jail? Wouldn't you want him?
Yeah.
But then from jail, he can hire somebody to kill you.
Would you want your sister to know?
Well, but that's the whole other thing. Her dad ends up in jail. He can't help pay for Rayna. So it's like all interconnected. She doesn't want to hurt Rayna just because she puts her scary dad away. And in the end, she didn't want to be in the line of fire from him. She kind of wants it to go back to normal. But I think she got so deep within his company and knowing all this stuff that she almost probably felt, this is wrong. I'm in the wrong. I shouldn't be a part of this. And that was her way out. Now, look, it's just a huge mess.
Way to go,
this is crazy.
Goodness.
Woo-wee.
The drama of Nashville.
Is there anything else we missed?
I think we covered it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think so too. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive into some
news and
gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay. First of all, I don't know if people noticed, but Austin Dillon, NASCAR driver, he's an actual NASCAR driver. I read an article about like him talking. He says he hates hearing his voice on camera, so he's really nervous about that. So he didn't know if he was going to watch. But kind of interesting that they pulled NASCAR in, and we already mentioned all the 3 singers that came in. So it is fun that the show does that. Now, Will Chase, he plays Luke. Okay, he did an article, and this is really interesting, you guys. First of all, he has a background in Broadway.
Oh my God.
So he was on Rent, or he was in Rent. He was also in NBC's Smash. So he's a singer, obviously. He does all of his own vocals, just like everyone else on the show. And he says he likes that they wrote him as a good guy. So I don't think that we're seeing any bad things coming. That's why I kind of changed earlier, because I read the article and I was like, he seems like he's nice. I don't see him as conniving just because he said that in an interview.
You had the inside scoop.
Right. Hello. And then he's also signed on through the end of the season, so that tells you a little bit of where that relationship's going to go. And also, he said that he's getting a ton of pushback from fans because they hate that he is taking Deacon's spot. So he's like, I really kind of like it, though, because they're rooting for this couple, but I'm kind of in the middle. So he has this,
kind of is a bad guy then.
Right. But he obviously has this character that's going to last for a while.
Nice.
So, interesting.
And I guess if it's going to be someone, I do like him. I mean, we're not going to like anybody other than Deacon, but that would be such a boring show if they were just together. So
I agree.
And it's not like the lawyer lady was Deacon. At least this is cute. Like, I like them together.
Yeah,
got to get her out.
We do.
Claire Bowen, who plays Scarlett, actually performed on The View this morning, if anybody saw her. So she performed one of the songs from the show's 3rd album, Nashville's 3rd album. Wow. And lastly, last night was the Nashville Lifestyles magazine party that they do. It's called Music in the City event. Sam Palladio was one of the performers, so gonna perform. But in the audience were his friends Chaley Rose and Chris Carmack. So they kind of all go out and support each other.
That's cute.
And so, yeah, kind of fun just to know that they're out and about on the Nashville scene. But that's all I've got for you.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's dive into our predictions.
Okay.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
There's some good ones. Gotta be. There was something we left out. Oh, this is what we didn't talk about for the preview, where we see Megan and Teddy holding on to each other, and Deacon walks in. switches.
Yes.
Kind of like
I love
changes
that.
because, you know, Teddy's always the one like kind of insecure about Rayna and Deacon, and now Deacon's gonna walk in. Hello, they don't fit together. It's not gonna kill me if Deacon
I
gets hurt
like
over this.
Teddy and the girl together.
It
I
makes
think
more
they're
sense.
perfect together.
Agree
I
with
love
you.
it. Do it.
I'd be
please.
rooting for that one because I
Yes.
do like her. I don't want to, but I do not like her with Deacon. But
It
I would
could
go for
also
it.
be Teddy, but does Teddy know that that's Deacon's girl?
I don't know.
Because it could
We
be
haven't
Teddy
seen him,
getting
no.
back at Deacon.
I think he's just vulnerable, and she
Yeah.
keeps saying the right thing. So she's been through something. Her husband getting killed.
She mentions that.
I think they
yeah.
have a lot in common. So
I like it. All
not
for it.
mind it. Yeah.
I have a sense that was
Not that,
harmless.
right.
Yeah, and he just had, and she was maybe comforting him, and he happened to walk in, but I wouldn't mind it either.
I hope it's not. I hope it's very harmful.
I'm like, okay, let's get this taken care of, and then Deacon's out on his own.
Yeah.
Pursuing
But then
his music.
That means Deacon's by himself. 'cause
Yeah.
Lukey
We'll see.
is gonna.
Luke's going to be there through the end of the season, but you know there's going to be some sort of drama that comes through that love triangle.
Oh, yeah.
I have no doubt that Deacon will step back in before the end of that.
I would like actually Deacon to be with somebody else while Rayna's with him, but just somebody that I want it. Yeah, I want it to be
I
somebody.
like the first girl, the girl with the dog. I like that girl.
the vet girl.
I
Yeah.
almost just want
She
him
was
to be on
cute.
his own doing his music at this point. I really do. Like, when's he ever on his own? We always see him with
true.
someone, or he's in AA.
Well, that's true. I'd like him to be on his own for a while, getting himself figured out.
Yeah.
But then I would almost like there to be somebody that challenges
Maddie. It needs
Rayna
to
a
be
little
Maddie.
bit.
He doesn't need a woman.
Yeah, I just feel like Rayna gets all these guys, and then Deacon's always kind of just there whenever she wants him, and kind of.
That's true.
So I would like somebody that was strong enough to really kind of threaten Rayna's hold over him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen though.
I know.
I think it's his time to focus on his album and spend time with his daughter, and in the interim before he ends up back with Rayna.
Or maybe even take care of Scarlett because we know she's gonna have some problems.
That's true.
Girlfriend's on the downward
So
spiral.
they'll go to meetings together.
One of my predictions, I think she is going to pass out somewhere
Somewhere.
singing
On
or something. But
stage.
And
yeah,
Gunner's gonna be there, and they're gonna have a heart to heart.
that could be.
Oh, yay, Gunner,
like when
Scarlett.
things happen with his brother, he's gonna end up coming in and stepping in for Scarlett when she needs somebody. Except Zoe's gonna be there forever. I don't know. There's too much.
Any others from you?
No.
That's it. All right, I think that's a wrap for us here tonight. Where can they find you guys at?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Violet Kanian.
I'm on Twitter at Whitney Lane Fern, Instagram Whitney Lane.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and at my blog, tomgirl.tv. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.